In today's video, I'm gonna help you finally lose that fat around your lower waist. I'm gonna show you how I took my physique from here and transitioned it to here. And that's right, I got rid of all that body fat in my lower back, in my lower abdomen, and more importantly, I've kept it off. So it's not only that you gotta get it off, you gotta keep it off. I'm gonna explain how to do it. We're starting right now. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, I'm gonna address the idea of getting rid of that last little bit of body fat. I got a great question. I wanna address it here with you guys. We're gonna talk about how to accomplish it. It goes like this. I recently completed the ProPhysique Summer Challenge, which had our 60-day challenge. Now, we do have another one, September 9th, kicking off, a 90-day challenge. $25,000, open worldwide, meal plans, training plans, everything you need, guys. Okay, I saw some improvements. I went from 190 to 182. I was already pretty lean going in, but I found it particularly tough to lose the fat around my lower waist, all right? I lost about an inch. I've been training 7 days a week with an hour on the Stairmaster. My diet is 1,500 calories, high protein, very low carbs, pretty much no carbs, just veggies. Despite the effort, still a bit of stubborn fat around my waist. Just wondering, is there something I might be missing, or does it come down to time and consistency? Well, it comes down to a few things. It does come down to losing more body fat. Ultimately, body fat comes off our body in a pattern that's, gonna be predetermined by our genetics. But for most guys, it's gonna be the lower back, lower abdomen. That's the fat that comes off towards the very end. That means your arms are lean, your chest is lean, even sometimes your legs and calves, your face gets leaner. Then that starts to get pulled from this area. Now, why have I been able to accomplish this and maintain it for so long? And why are you struggling? First of all, at 182 pounds and 1,500 calories, you're well below what I talk about all the time, is that threshold for calories. You should be at 10 times your body weight in calories at a bare minimum to be supporting all that you're doing, right? And if you're not, what do I suggest we gotta be doing? For everybody that's listened to my videos for the last few years, that's right, we need to be adding high carb days. Guys, carbohydrates burn body fat.
You serious?
That's it. Carbohydrates are fat burning fuel. I've been saying this for years, okay? And it's become a trend lately with this sugar diet thing and whatever. It doesn't matter to me that people are now starting to pick up on this idea that carbohydrates are not the enemy. Sugar is not the enemy. Go back to my videos from 18 years ago. I was eating high carb diets back then, plenty of processed foods and sugar. Why? Why can I stay lean? Because I understand how to handle that nutrition. And if you don't understand it and you're sick of spinning your wheels, use the link below, set up a free consult with me, or join our 90-day transformation challenge where we're gonna provide you meal plans, training plans, and a support group where we're gonna help you reach your goals. And I can also get you a coach if you need that for weekly check-ins. But the goal here for me is to give you this information. You can do it yourself. So I'm gonna give you a plan, a very actionable plan. You're at 1,500 calories every day. 1 day a week, I want you to bump your calories up to 1,800. That's right. That is an extra 300 calories. I want all 300 of those calories to come from carbohydrates. That's it. 300 calories from carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are 4 calories per gram. So that's 75 grams of carbohydrates. You're gonna do that, and what's gonna happen? You're gonna drop weight. You're gonna feel better. Your muscles are gonna look bigger. Why? Carbohydrates are fat burning fuel. They're also muscle building fuel. They're also brain fuel. That's right, carbohydrates getting converted into glucose, which our brain uses to think. So if you're low carb for a long time, you'll often get brain fog. You'll also do something that I talked about in a video recently, which is called conserving energy. If you don't have energy coming in, your body will start to conserve the energy. So when your calories are this low and you're pretty active like you are with the cardio and the training, what do you gotta do? You gotta bump up those carbs a couple days a week. Now, what's gonna happen is you're probably gonna feel really good on 75 grams of carbs. So I might do that even once or twice a week, right? And if I'm being honest, I would have you at least 1,800 calories every single day. So I'd keep probably your calories where they're at. I don't know your fats and proteins, but they gotta be pretty high if you're not eating any carbs. And I would get your calories up to 1,800 and I would see what happens. Because understanding the relationship between performance in the gym, performance with your cardio, performance in your brain, and keeping a caloric deficit is very important if you want to get the body fat off and maintain the look. You did a great job. You lost 8 pounds. Now, I don't know the situation. If you just pull out carbohydrates from your diet, if anyone does that, they're gonna flatten out. They're gonna lose hydration, carbohydrates. Once you lose that hydration, you flatten out and you'll lose a few pounds of water weight. That's not body fat. Now, I'm not saying that that's what happened with you because I don't see the pictures, I don't see what happened, but carbohydrates are very powerful, okay? What most people associate with carbohydrates aren't just carbohydrates, right? Some people will say like, oh, coach, I ate some donuts. Donuts have more calories from fat. Fat is 9 calories per gram. So if you're not accounting for the fats in your carbohydrates, you're more than likely gonna overeat. However, if you're getting your carbohydrates from things like pasta, rice, potatoes that are almost pure carbohydrates, you're not gonna be seeing huge calorie increases to things like fats, okay? So understand the relationship, and this is why I use sugar. This is why I use processed foods, because I can get some very high carbohydrate, very low fat foods that are very easy to transport and makes it easy for me to hit my macros. What macros should you hit? Is that what you're asking me? Check out the free calculator, or for 50 bucks, join our 90-day transformation challenge. It's open worldwide. We're gonna give you meal plans, training plans. We're gonna answer these kind of questions right there in the group. I do a live video. We have a live video every single week addressing your questions and making sure you guys are getting the most out of it. And I'm gonna show you some of the winners here on the screen. Ultimately, I just wanna make sure you guys are reaching your goals, and not only reaching your goals, but understanding how you reach them and how you sustain them so that you don't have to ever go through this again. All right, guys, have a great day. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow.